The truth about Mark Zuckerberg quitting. Officials at Meta have refuted rumors that multi-billionaire Mark Zuckerberg intends to leave his position as CEO of the business that he founded from scratch. The 38-year-old has decided to resign as the CEO of Meta, the parent company of Facebook and Instagram, according to insiders who spoke to The Leak. They claim that the move will not affect Zuckerberg's multi-billion-dollar virtual reality initiative, the Metaverse, which has cost the business at least $30 billion. However, the company's communications manager, Andy Stone, tweeted on Tuesday, "This is false." The rumors surfaced as Facebook let go of huge groups of workers and business earnings declined. Investors and analysts have attributed the company's demise to Zuckerberg and other executives' focused shift to the metaverse, which has not yet attracted enough interest. The social media juggernaut's stock prices are currently down over 70% from last year, but they were on the rise after the revelation. The study is released at a time when investors are losing faith in the Meta CEO as he continues to stake his future on the metaverse. Brad Gerstner, whose fund Altmeter Capital holds shares in Meta worth hundreds of millions of dollars, wrote an open letter to the company last month in which he made it apparent that investors are losing faith in Zuckerberg. He stated, "Like many other companies in a zero-rate world, Meta has slipped into the realm of excess. Too many employees, too many ideas, and too little urgency. When growth slows and technology advances, this lack of focus and fitness is concealed. Meta needs to regain its vitality," continued Gerstner. "Meta needs to regain confidence with investors, employees, and the IT community to attract, motivate, and retain the greatest individuals in the world," he wrote. Simply put, Meta needs to become more focused and physically healthy. He advised that the corporation reduce its personnel by at least 20% by January and that it should cap its annual spending in the metaverse at no more than $5 billion. More money was being channeled by Zuckerberg. According to earnings reports published last month, Zuckerberg has invested more than $36 billion into the failing business since 2019 and has seen more than $30 billion go in a few months. The financial reports are devastating. Reality Labs, the division that houses Metaverse and Facebook's VR division, recorded just $5.3 billion in sales for the year, following a total operational loss of $30.7 billion since funding for the project started in 2019. Even though Reality Labs only generated $2.3 billion in revenue during that time period, the accounts show that costs and expenses for the company were $12.5 billion for 2021. The data strongly suggests that investments for this year are now on course to surpass those for 2021, with lab expenditures and expenses rising to $10.8 billion within the first few months of 2022, a period during which the division reported only $1.4 billion in sales. The worrying financial statements followed a third-quarter earnings report that revealed more clearly that Reality Labs had accumulated an operational loss of $9.4 billion over the first 9 months of 2022 alone. Top officials claim they anticipate the losses to grow much more since the project shows no signs of slowing down. After the highly anticipated announcement of the findings, CFO David Werner stated, "We do estimate that Reality Labs' operating losses in 2023 will climb dramatically year over year." However, Zuckerberg has cited the recent release of the business's new Quest VR headset and the impact of the first full-year salary for employees hired in 2022 as the primary drivers of the alarming outcomes. As it attempts to repair its catastrophic financial status, the corporation is currently letting go of thousands of its employees. Many of the fresh engineers hired over the previous 2 years to work on the contentious metaverse are anticipated to be laid off, according to sources with knowledge of the situation who spoke to Business Insider. On the call to announce the layoffs earlier this month, Zuckerberg reportedly appeared dejected and acknowledged responsibility for Meta's errors. Because of his overconfidence in the company's expansion, he also claimed that it had an excessive number of employees. According to sources who spoke to the Wall Street Journal, Meta's head of human resources, Lori Gohler, claimed terminated employees will receive at least 4 months' worth of income as severance. The termination date was reportedly chosen by Zuckerberg for some time around 2023. That choice may have been made as a result of the problems the business has had over the past year if it wasn't just incorrect information. These include the sharp decline in share prices and the large losses brought on by Meta's significant investments in the company's growth. There are also tens of thousands of records that Frances Haugen, a former product manager for Zuckerberg, leaked in an effort to reveal what she perceived to be a moral and ethical issue within Meta. Statista claims that when the value of Meta stock peaked in August 2021 at $379.38 a share, it began to gradually decline before falling to an unbelievable $93.16 by the end of October. Nevertheless, with the announcement that Zuckerberg intended to stay, the stock price did increase once more. For instance, the platform increased this afternoon by 0.5%, bringing its price to $110.39 at the moment. So, what will he do next? Interested? Want to know more about him? Just hit the like button and the red button with subscription written on it so you don't miss any updates on Mark and Meta. Wow, that sounds good. Future is here.